and go out and pull. 1, 2, 3, and bring it in. Thumb joint's very important. 3 joints there. And later on, when we get more fancy, not today, but you can actually work on each joint separately of each finger. So you've got like 15 joints that you do work with. Okay, so that's enough for the adductors. Now we're going to go straight down. We're going to hold your hand palm down, and the thumb is going to go straight down, and you're going to stretch this way. Up and down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, now we're going to do the abductor and the outside of the joint here. And so what we do is we're going to turn the hand, I'm going to use the other hand, we're going to turn the hand over like this, okay? And you're going to reach under like this. And keep your elbow straight. Wrap your fingers, a couple of your fingers around your thumb, and stretch the abductors sort of back toward the back of your hand. And you're stretching the anterior portion of the joint and the abductor. Feels really good when it's healthy. It doesn't feel so good if it's not. And just go again to where you can go, where it does not hurt, just where you feel a little pull on the joint. So now let's do the abductors. So you're going to spread your fingers, and you're going to place your thumb and small finger of your assisting hand in between each of the fingers, okay? So let's see what's the best way to do that. It may be this way. So I'm going to be here between my index and middle finger. I open my fingers and I stretch them. 1, 2, 3. Bring them together, bring them apart. 1, 2, 3. Breathe and relax. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Next finger. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And relax and breathe. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so that's a few of the AIS stretches for this region. Now let's do some strength exercises for the wrist. There are some very unique strengthening exercises for the fingers, but you need some equipment for that, so we're going to skip that for now. So an eccentric contraction is the most efficient and effective method for building strength. And a concentric contraction is when a muscle is actively contracting to perform the movement. An eccentric contraction is a lengthening contraction. Like for instance, if I go like this, an eccentric contraction occurs when you lengthen the muscle with control. Concentric is when you're going to go up like this. Or if I did my biceps, and I went, when you're using a weight, if I curl my biceps, this is a concentric contraction. The muscles of the biceps, the fibers are coming together. And as I go down, it's an eccentric contraction as you control the rate of return to the starting position. So using a weight doesn't give you actually a consistent, even force, because when you get, it gets easier as you progress toward the end of the movement when you bend, and even when you go out, as you're, especially if you're standing, you can just kind of let it go, and it's not the same. So when we manually assist the motion, we can start slowly, and we can use an even pressure throughout the motion. So let's try a manually assisted concentric contraction, then eccentric motion of the wrist. So make a light fist and place your hand into flexion to begin. Now while you resist with one hand, slowly move the hand into extension. So this is my assisting hand. And so I'm going to move up, and I'm going to prevent myself from going up quickly, giving some resistance. And then I go down again actively, and then I'm doing a concentric contraction. Be sure to move very slowly. And here you're working all of the wrist extensor muscles. Give yourself a little bit of a challenge, but not too much. It works best if you keep your elbows straight, actually. Okay, now we're going to do an eccentric contraction. Now, you're going to start at the top of the movement. You're going to keep a downward pressure with your assisting hand while you slowly try to lower your hand, controlling the movement with the hand that's exercising, this one. So in this way, you're creating an eccentric contraction of the extensor muscles. You're controlling the rate of return. It's like I'm holding a weight, but I'm really making it even throughout the whole motion. It's such an easy thing to do. And you can perform this strength exercise anywhere, anytime, without any equipment. You just need your hands with you, which hopefully you will have. Okay, now let's do the same thing with the flexor muscles of the forearm. So this one you can bend your elbow, it doesn't matter. So start by making a light fist again and extending your wrist up like that. With a fist it's a little easier. Now grasp your knuckles with the assisting hand and provide resistance as you try to bring your fist into flexion. So here I'm working the flexors of my hand, and I'm assisting with the other hand, trying to resist it. I'm actually exercising both hands in quite a little bit of a different way. And you can continue the same exact pressure with the assisting hand as the exercise hand works. Okay, now let's do it the other way. And we're going to start down here, and I'm going to still be pulling up from the bottom. And here I'm going to do an eccentric contraction, okay? So I'm going to control the rate of return. I'm pulling up, as I was pulling up before, but I'm not doing that. I'm slowing it down so that I'm controlling the rate of return with my working hand, this right hand. So that's an eccentric contraction where you build strength much more efficiently. Now, these muscles should be very, very strong, especially for body workers. You should be able to lift at least 10 or 15 pounds fairly easily, quite a number of times. So that's a few of the active isolated stretches and strength building exercises to keep your hands and wrists healthy and make them last for your entire career. Do them every day.